Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play Disco Elysium. I'm Samuel.
And I am loving the rainbow effect down there. That is pretty.
Why am I going past the bookstore when literally that's...
We didn't want to go in and see the person that owns it. There she is. Here she is.
Yes.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are new...
Nope. I'm not going to get distracted by that.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks.
Muscle Man books. I don't know. There might be maps up top.
Upstairs. Yeah. Sorry, can we get a map to the maps, ma'am?
These
Right.
shelves are overburdened with...
Crime fiction.
They wouldn't be outside, would they?
Shelves full of biographies of famous people.
Oh, the famous people thing that she loves.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How's that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. It's your own fault if you're ill. Got it?
Wow.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Oh
Let's
my
do it.
God.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the pail?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
What does this pale-aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health. That
Wait, what?
seems improbable.
I should probably get my hands on some of that. What else is in there?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need.
Huh? Anything of note?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Oh, I certainly don't need that.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Couldn't buy it even if I
Amazing.
wanted to.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna talk to her. Either that or the kid outside.
And welcome to crime. Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go.
She smiles and nods.
Okay, I'm gonna have to personally actually find it. Because they did say...
Do we have to talk to her, or what about her daughter outside? Her daughter might be a little bit more helpful.
Yeah.
The lights are so pretty when it gets dark.
No. Still nothing. So...
Nothing on these.
They said maybe the bookstore. I wonder if maybe that other store might be a place we could get it from.
Wasn't there a map downstairs, or am I thinking wrong? I might be getting it confused with that D&D
A
map
small
that was
mountain
upstairs.
of colourful board game boxes. There are an endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices linked to the table.
More
The
D&D
topmost
stuff.
book is titled Welkin
Tabletop
Compendium,
reference.
2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my eye.
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense. Nonsense for anemic Beano-clads.
Beano-clads?
Yeah, that one I'll have to look up too.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding
Yeah, that's all muscleman stuff. There's nothing freaking useful in here, is there?
Not unless we missed it upstairs, but I think we clicked on everything.
I think we did. Because this was the
shelves filled to the brim with
crime novels. This was the famous people, I think.
Shelves full of biographies of
Yeah. Oh.
Several
Tell me it's not
maps
in-
have
oh.
been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Map of Martinez. This could work, maybe.
In only 90 cents?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, we do not want to challenge or
No,
steal
we
it.
do not.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Thank you, tutorial agent.
Interesting. we've got a whole area we haven't explored, Shay.
I saw that. It's like, jeebus.
I also want to check the body now that we've got that detail, right?
And see if we can see, like, the gunshot.
Yeah, because we do need to send that body to the morgue. I'd like to kind of get that done today. Oh, what is this?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream.
It's still melting. Okay, maybe I need to give it a day and then we'll try it tomorrow.
Unless Kuno's gonna find it.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing
Okay,
cold
good.
hidden inside its belly.
Knows there's a bullet in there. That's plus 14. Okay, good.
Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
Here we go.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Put your fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
Yeah.
Abrasion collar.
The lieutenant looks in. There's a pen in his hand. His notebook open to the copy paper. Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. The bullet has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
The cavity is here, cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly.
Yeah, we knew this was
Strange
coming.
fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. This must be the bullet.
Get it out. Yes.
There we go.
You pick the sharp metal bullet between your index and middle finger. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
I got it.
Good, good.
The fridge in the background buzzes with excitement. Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You deserve it.
The lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Correct.
Opinion? Fatal injury.
This concurs with the Hardy Boys story and Khaleesi's.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3, ligament mark. Treatment. It's obvious the Hardy Boys tampered with it.
We should have known.
I had my doubts. There were no signs of a struggle on his hands. No claw marks on his neck. But still.
his brow furrows while his eyes glaze over. The lieutenant looks regretful for not figuring this out before.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone. What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, ice cream makers are buzzing, and the sea wind blows outside. Detective.
No.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Right. When are we allowed to go to sleep? Okay. I think I know who I can talk to. We need to get rid of.
Girl?
Yeah. We'll find out about ourselves, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's
I
face.
will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands. I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage.
Oh, thank goodness they don't have us
Roll
watch
for
this.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go upstairs and ask some questions about ourselves, shall we?
Do we need to pay for a room tonight? Or
Yes.
will that force... That's not going to skip ahead, is it?
Let's go upstairs first, and then we'll deal with that.
Okay.
Or no, it will lock after 21. If that goes too far, we probably need to pay for it.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
No worries.
Unless I figure out something. I'm sure the game has somewhere where you can stay, right? Like you're not having to make money every single freaking night. That would be ridiculous.
No, the game lets you die in the first couple of minutes. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to hold our hands that much.
I mean, there's a whole
was
other
just
section for me
thinking.
to...
What a nice day for questions.
pertaining to a murder investigation.
Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
Before you was only the room, the sound of a motor vehicle, steam in the bathroom, and darkness.
Wow. Mythopoetically adequate stuff.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with you.
That? Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on all
I
right.
don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
She takes a sip of coffee and smiles.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Wow.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
I don't get what the drama part was. Like, why is that an option for us? It feels like that's going to curtail things.
I don't know. Drama's got an idea in its head, and I'm not sure I want to let drama have it this time. Is there anything we can do? Yeah, get a hold
Oh,
of
yes. Why didn't we wash off before going to see her?
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks. Like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely. And so tired.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, Houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Get out.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
I mean, normally we don't do this, but Shay, we've got 3 freaking skill points. I think we need to put these in something.
I completely agree. I'm trying to imagine where the story may go from here, and I don't know what the most advantageous thing for us to do is.
I feel like we really can't play that game, right? Like it's not going to be nice to us.
You're absolutely correct. And also, as many curveballs as it's just thrown us in this past 2 episodes, holy cow, it's flipped everything upside down.
Yep.
Okay, one thing we know we're gonna have to do is we got to talk to those mercenaries. So,
Yeah.
Should we just go all in on authority to be that kind of machismo, or is that even gonna work?
I don't know if it's going to work or not. We got a pretty dang good authority right now because of all that stuff. Remember, we've got a 6 in it right now.
You're thinking Shivers?
I feel like if we're going to, like, okay, cool for city lovers, the wisest of streetwise, and the genuinely supernatural. Shivers come when the temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings, and it enables you to hear the city itself, to truly belong to the streets. It's a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time. Scenes across the city happen in front of you, but who is speaking to you? At high levels, Shivers might make you seem mad to the outside world as you listen to the city. You don't listen to others. Your superiors may begin to worry. With low Shivers, though, you will seldom hear the city speaking to you, and if you cannot hear it, how can you ever save it?
So it sounds like it's almost like a cursed item.
Possibly.
And do we want to spend a skill point to unlock another one of those research areas, or?
Hunches and gut feelings, I wonder. Because that's more what I was thinking.
I like this. I'm down with that. Oh, more with the inland.
Yeah. I feel like maybe 1 in pain threshold, just to give us something.
Okay. What is electrochemistry?
Go to Party Planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Essentially, you can...
No.
Yeah. You can deal with it and not lose yourself, in other words.
I kind of want to spend the other skill point, if we can do that, to unlock another research area.
Okay.
We might be able to remember ourselves then.
Okay, so let's see. We were doing Inland
Empire.
And what was the
Pain
other
Threshold.
one? Pain Threshold.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then the other one for the whatever that research area is. Yes.
Okay.
Now, what to research? Are we going to do our date of birth generator, or? If we do date of birth and then sleep, does that count?
I don't know. So we either try to remember ourselves. We remember all of the monopolies. Which could help us.
Or we get a logic boost.
Well, we get -1 logic while we're trying, while we're working on it. Because we're distracted. So we don't actually know what we get for the bonuses, I don't think. Like, we find out what it does to us, but we don't know what, we'll get out of it afterwards.
I'm more lean into the date of birth generator because I think once you put something in, you can take it back out, right?
You can take it out if you want, yeah.
I'm thinking that that's going to be like a one and done type deal, so it'll free itself up afterwards. Versus
Okay.
if we get another one and it turns out it's a really good perk, we're going to be hard pressed to swap that out.
Okay. Fair. Okay. Is there anything else we want to get done this night before we call it for the night?
Do we want to walk around a little bit and pick up trash? Something that we can sell at that store.
I suspect there's going to be more trash. That one bridge is going to close on Wednesday. Or we're going to be able to close it on Wednesday. So that's going to open up our new area and give us a bunch of stuff to do.
And I don't think it's a good idea to go without Kim to check the map.
So yeah, probably call it for the game night.
Absolutely.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours.
Okay, 21 is the time to rest. So we're going to have to... Let's see here. What do we got?
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea. I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
We're not doing that, but just love it.
Oh, I feel very bad. There is a pit of my stomach that I do not want to handle, Shay.
Oh, I see where you're going. Okay, yes, find the gun that shot it.
I swear if it's our gun, I will lose it.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy. Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim.
Feel the bullet fill the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Okay. That gives me a bit of calm. Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound. Far away, Lieutenant Kitsuragi is flipping through stations in his Kanema. He is not here examining the bullet with you. He should be. He would find this very intriguing. Mention it to him later when he's here.
I had a feeling, but we needed to waste some time.
Yeah.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown. Somewhere in central Jamrock, Lieutenant Kitsuragi steps into the public library. Rows of shelves pass on either side. You feel he should be here for this, for in-depth flower analysis.
We don't have any of our things that we can pull out our clipboard for? Or
It's
That's
deliberately found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board. It takes about half an hour to piece one
Ooh.
together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead. Of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner JM, only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve, was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister, was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Gone.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off of it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah.
I've annoyed someone now.
Young man in his 20s, found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer.
I'm just saying the variety of my friends. I don't know any of them that do hookah, but I would not be surprised. I'm just saying. There's probably one in there, and I'm just not aware.
Just
No one
imagine like a
enters,
Dateline
no
NBC
one
special
exits.
coming out.
Yeah.
He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Because of that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
He must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
And what was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next. Not much has changed.
That was a perfect amount of time. Look at that.
Yeah.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we go again, Shay.
Here we are again, my broken boat. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
Brother, man.
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish You could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
It's either this or I think I need medical attention. Which one?
Well, actually, before we make a selection, I just want to say, and it's pretty well known, but the developer of this game suffered from alcohol addiction. So it is clear that they were able to, we'll say, cathartically release some of the trauma that's been in their life. So this is insightful and very disturbing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like that one season of Rick and Morty where one of the writers went to, one of the main writers, not the one that everyone hates now, went to, I'm just bad at proper nouns right now at the worst possible time, went to therapy, and then it showed the next season. So, yeah, sometimes your art can be the place to vent stuff. Totally.
Gotcha. I'm almost wanting to go with 1. But 4, yeah, I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out.
Oh, hello,
Give you
you.
some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Maker.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Let's see here.
Number 3 just sounds hopeless.
I know. Now I'm not going there.
Number 2 is just like, oh my god, I'm Ebenezer Scrooge. And the 3 ghosts have finally shook me out of my misery. But
I like them, though, is the undertone of it.
I think number 1 is more defeatist, but I gotta say, in terms of like honesty, number 1 is the one that I would pick. Do we want to go with number 2 and see if it does make him change to his mental health?
Yeah, I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Bravo. I also love that we have left the hot water running for days now.
We have, yes. That's wonder if Kim's
It did say that-
downstairs.
Yeah, it did say that Kim would be gone for the rest of that day. It didn't say that he would be gone for a full day, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's Kim.
There he is.
These are some new people, aren't they?
I'm not sure.
You look like shit.
Your ruffled face reflects in the man's sunglasses.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
The last couple of days have been rough.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. He might be wearing a disguise.
Oh, let's do it.
There's something strange about this guy. Figure it out.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
He pauses.
To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
Were we 41st? Was that what it was?
I was going to say 69 just for the lulls, but yeah, we can go with 41st.
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
He gives you a long, meaningful look and adds.
Somewhere good.
Let's talk more about the hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
Oh, the hypothetical Station 41. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You are not busy, so let's just play around. Do you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
She says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses, disapproving. So what would our relationship be in this alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
It was cool. Yeah, that's it.
Kim's cooler than you.
I'm sure he's fucking flattered. But Kim is not part of this thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
The lieutenant is silent.
Number 3. Absolutely.
You seem like a bit of a drag, no offense, but I could do better.
None taken, my friend. None taken. Let's be honest. There's been some purely fictional talk in our imaginary station in regards of who'd even be worthy of your partnership. And the conclusion is that a man with your caliber should form his own one-man policing unit. Anyone else would just slow you down.
Who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but... police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung.
Who is the far-out son of Lung?
Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by this sunglassed man. Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
His gray eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. a gram of compassion in that sadness.
Yeah, I mean, these people, if they're from your police station, they know, because remember the phone call.
Yes.
Cool shade, you wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
He looks at you inquisitively.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening, though. Who is this guy?
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
But what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like.
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, good.
Because anything else is me giving them a middle finger, and I don't really want to do that at this point. I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. A sad stack of shit next to someone far more proficient.
He didn't answer your question.
Now, will you answer some questions for me?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Oh, okay. So is this the mercenary guy, and is that the mercenary girl?
Are they the other two?
I don't know.
Was there a girl in the unit? I can't remember that detail or not.
Yeah, there was a girl, and it would explain why he's in disguise because you got the Hardy Boys right over there, right?
Oh yeah, that would be a thing. If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things.
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Jean, was that one of the... Did they give us names?
I don't think they did.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
I'm not going to give them the detail about being shot. If they are who I think they are, they could very easily be part of this, and no. No.
Does he look muscular? Did they say that this was a muscular-looking guy?
Asking about my case, theoretically, you could get muscular out of that. Okay, so I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged.
So, do you know who hanged him?
Not yet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, why am I even telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow, bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses felt calming, like you've done it before.
Unless he is from our station.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Okay, then see you around.
Watch out for yourself, loser.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
I know, super weird.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Okay.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Look, I just have to ask, are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something like that. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again. The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Is everything all right? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
I mean, I'm almost just ready to go with one at this point.
Okay, let's go.
Have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
Is it her? Is she the woman that was on the call that made everyone be quiet? I can't remember.
I'm not certain.
Okay, fine.
Clearly she's
Let's
not
talk.
Ruby.
What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
So, what precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
You with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Nothing, just wondering.
The sooner you figure this hanging out, the sooner everyone can go home.
Yeah, they're uncomfortable. They know who I am, and the fact that I don't know who I am is totally throwing them all off. So yeah, they're with my team, so technically I could tell them. But you know what? I'm gonna be that guy.
I'm okay with being that guy.
For now, at least. Oh, we do have to make that one call.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-R. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Neonatal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm.
Dang.
Spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Krenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
This means something to him. To know that name. Like naming a case. It's important. Sometimes police work is about human dignity. About giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
We might, but we'll have to deal with them next time. If you guys want to follow all of our other Let's Plays, head on over to tscn.tv/play. And until next time, play on in. See you guys.
Later.
This has been a production of the Samcast Network, tscn.tv. What's your passion?